In this video, we're going to be previewing a great matchup here in the West region between the 5 seed, the St. Mary's Gales, taking on the number 12 seed, the Grand Canyon Antelopes. For the St. Mary's Gales, they come into the NCAA tournament as a 5 seed once again. 26-7 overall is their record, and really since the first couple weeks of the season, they've been absolutely on fire. They won the WCC regular season crown and the West Coast Conference tournament as well. This team is all about half-court execution. They're 359th in the nation in pace on the offensive end. That is 4th to last in the nation. They play really, really slow. They're 16th in the nation in defensive efficiency. This is a great St. Mary's team. If you want a lot of points and high-scoring games, this is not the team for you. St. Mary's hangs their hat on defense. They're top 5 in the nation in effective field goal percentage defense, offensive and defensive rebounding, and 2-point percentage as well on the defensive end. They're led by their guard duo, Aiden Mahaney and Augustus Marshallonis, along with their big man in the middle, Mitchell Saxon, who certainly is just a presence down low on the offensive and defensive end as long as he could stay out of foul trouble. My key player for St. Mary's is Augustus Marshallonis, who did win WCC Player of the Year this year for the Gales. He's averaged 13 points per game and 8 assists per game over his last 5 games. When he is passing the basketball and really attacking well out of the pick and roll, Marshallonis is a threat for St. Mary's. Now, my concern for the Gales is all about the free throw line. All about the free throw line. St. Mary's doesn't get to the free throw line very often, and when they do, they're not a very good team from the stripes. 67% as a team. That's 323rd in the country. Also, can somebody speed this team up, right? This is a team that wants to play slow. Can somebody speed them up? I think if someone makes them play faster, it'll give them a better chance of knocking off the Gales, but otherwise, really good St. Mary's team. For the 12 seed, the Grand Canyon Antelopes, a 29-4 record for them, looking for number 30 in the win column in this one. They won the WAC regular season crown and the conference tournament. This is a very talented offensive group. 80 points per game for the Lopes this year. They're 30th in the nation in offensive rebounding, and they get to the free throw line a ton. 5th in the nation in free throw rate. This is also a solid team defensively. They're 10th in the nation in effective field goal percentage defense, and they defend the paint well. They're 10th in the nation in 2-point percentage defense as well. This is a big team. They're pretty tall and long. Also a very athletic group here for Grand Canyon. The Antelopes have a guy who's going to play in the NBA someday. Mark my words. Tyan Grant Foster, a guy who originally started at Kansas, now is at Grand Canyon, averaging 20 points per game. He's a tremendous defender as well. Averages a steal and a half and a block and a half per game. He's an incredible athlete and scorer. He was the WAC Player of the Year. Again, this guy's going to be a pro someday. Watch out for Tyan Grant Foster. Now, the concern here for Grand Canyon is a little bit of inconsistency. They've had lapses at times throughout the season, especially during the conference season. And I think a lot of this is because they were so much better than the WAC conference. I mean, they won over 10 games by double-digit points. I mean, they were used to blowing out teams. They lapsed sometimes in their concentration, whatever assignments. They weren't that consistent. That's my concern for Grand Canyon, but I do think they're going to be up for this one against a tough St. Mary's team. Yeah, there are a couple of things here in this matchup that I looked at in terms of, can Grand Canyon pull off this upset here against St. Mary's? Do they have the athletes to compete with the Gales? I think so. Tyan Grant Foster, incredible athlete, but he is not the only guy. They've got some Power 5 guys on this Grand Canyon team and some really athletic players to compete with the Gales. Do they have size? Yes, they are top 45 in the nation in terms of height, length, depending on what sort of metrics you use. And can they make shots, sometimes tough shots? Yes, I think they can do that as well, especially this kid, Tyan Grant Foster. I know St. Mary's is going to slant the scout and all of the defensive effort towards him, but he can make his teammates better as well. In terms of foul problems, right? St. Mary's gets to the free throw line a ton. Mitchell Saxon, St. Mary's big man, sometimes gets into foul troubles, especially as of late. When he's not on the floor, this team is so much worse. It is hard to overstate how much worse St. Mary's is when he is not out there. Grand Canyon has good guards. They have dominated teams in slower paced games as well. Grand Canyon likes to play faster, but they have played really well in lower possession games. For that reason, I'm going to put this on the upset potential meter. Give me an upset brewing. I like this one. Another 12 over a 5 upset for me. A game in the West region. Give me the Grand Canyon Antelopes over St. Mary's. Going to be a low-scoring game, but I think the Lopes make enough shots. Watch out for Grand Canyon to move on to the second round of the NCAA tournament. Do you want to win your March Madness bracket pool? Do you want to not only beat your friends and family, but absolutely humiliate them? If you like the sound of that, subscribe down below to College Hoops Tonight, because we're previewing all 36 first-round games of the NCAA tournament to give you the edge you need to nail your bracket and absolutely crush your friends and family in your bracket pool.